Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 82. So, it's funny because today I did not say anything on Twitter and Facebook about this video being done, because last 3 days I did it and I did get it done. So today I didn't say anything about it, and luckily I got it done. Actually last night was kind of funny because I'm sitting there on the couch working on, watching videos, because I watch every video in its entirety. I don't want to be like coming in here, check out the video and not know what I'm talking about. So I watch every video from the beginning to end. Shout out. And I was laying on the couch and working on it, and all of a sudden I just fell asleep. Next thing I know, it's like early in the morning. So anyway, let's get to the topic of last video, YouTube Gaming Community number 81, if you remember, since it's been a while, and it was about what you were hoping or wishing Nintendo would do with their next system. And Lev Pepe said, "I'll take the wait and see approach. If Nintendo's new system has the same specs as the PS3, then when Sony and Microsoft release their new console with more power and better graphics, Nintendo will be blown out of the water. They have great games, but they need to keep up with Sony and Microsoft processors and graphics cards. Plus fix their online service." Now, I don't argue Nintendo needs to fix their online service, and I'm pretty sure they're going to, if they want to get that market. I also think they want third-party developers, so I think it'll be at least equivalent to the current, either through PS3, at least I think it will be. But see, here's the catch. The Wii was the, if I remember correctly, for home consoles, the #1 selling console this generation. Was king for a long time. So graphics and processors don't mean what matters is, listen, 5 years from now, because I think if Nintendo brings the system out, let's say next year the new system comes out, and it's equivalent to the PS3, then that system has a 5-year life cycle, maybe 6, and Nintendo's going to go to the next system. That way if Nintendo was to go to currently the PS3 in HD, I think a lot of people would buy it and actually be happy, to be honest with you. And that would give Nintendo enough time to wait a year or two till after the 360, the new Xbox and PS3, PS come out, PlayStation come out, and then they could jump ahead. I know people have heard, well, Sony's got the PS4 in development and Microsoft's got the new Xbox in development, but if you take the 3DS for example, Nintendo started developing that in 2006, right after the Wii came out. It took 5 years. I'm assuming both those consoles are going to take 5 years to develop, what it's going to look like, what the final specs of the system are going to be, get the dev kits to publishers to make the games for launch. I do think if Nintendo releases a PS3 game right now with Blu-ray player in it, they'll actually be fine for 5 years, and I think in 5 years you'll see another Nintendo system. The Atari 78 Junkie said, "For me, I don't care what Nintendo does with their new system, because no matter what I think, I like it when they reveal it, and what I don't like, it always seems like Nintendo gets it right. The only problem would be money to get it, and yes, I still continue to play my other system." Now, the GameCube was the only Nintendo system I actually wasn't excited for, and it was entirely because of the format they chose for that console. So I'm actually really excited, and I don't know why I'm so excited for the new Nintendo system. Shar said, "If Project Cafe is more expensive than the Wii on launch, I think it'll be a disaster. Look at the lackluster sales of the 3DS, if I say it right. Xbox 360 and PS3 gamers will have little incentive to switch for slightly better graphics." I don't think, the truth is, Nintendo is not going after the 360 and PS3 fans if they're comparable to the PS3, though Sony's weak right now, so they could. But I think they're going after the old Nintendo fans who left, who are waiting for the graphics to be equal to the other two systems. The 3DS was not a disaster. It sold 3.61 million systems its first month. It's going to take a long time to switch over and give people reason to switch from the DS, because there isn't many games for it. The early adopters have bought it, but now you got to get everybody else to switch over, and there's no reason to yet. Well, I don't think 360 and PS3 owners are going to switch to Nintendo with the new system. I think if they're loyal to the PS3 and they're loyal to Xbox, they're not going to Nintendo. They're going to stay where they are. Though I do think there are a lot of people on more than one system, and that's what Nintendo is hoping for. Agilpoo3 said, I want the new Nintendo to have PS3 graphics. Nintendo has never gone over $250 for any console, so I bet they won't start now. I want them to call it the Super Wii. Well, I hope Nintendo doesn't go over $250. It would be funny if they called it the Super Wii. And Arcade Main Machine said, if Nintendo do release a system comparable to the 360/PS3, then I think it'll have a price equal to or cheaper. Nintendo has always priced their consoles to beat everyone on the market, and so hopefully we will get the top spec console for a cheaper price. And I'm going to say this about Nintendo. They are not going to have more than one SKU of their system. What I mean by, you're not going to have one that has a bigger hard drive and a smaller. They're going to have one basic set, where 360 and PS3, you have all the different drives and stuff. You're not going to see that with the Nintendo system. And the other thing you got to understand, now in 5 years things might be different, but right now developers can't afford a jump equal to what the 360 went or the PS3. They can't afford to make games for that system. It's $20 million to make a top-line game now. They can't afford that price to double in most cases. So, a lot of interesting comments a lot of people had about it. It's really cool to read them all. Now let's get to our topic of the day. Ironically, this comes from me listening to All Gen Gamers 44 today, which I did listen to. A topic they talked about, which made me think about what I'm going to talk about right now. And that was about, and not about collectors now, but how has the price in buying games for you changed as just a video game fan, especially the retro stuff more than the new games, to today? See, I remember when I first decided to start buying video games about 1.5 years ago, probably a little longer than that now. And the prices were cheaper. I mean, people weren't aware of what, I mean, when I used to go, listen, I wasn't aware that pawn shops even sold video games until my mom met her husband, and I actually went to their pawn shop first time for about, 8 years ago. And they had old video games. I always thought if I buy an old video game from a pawn shop, that means they're pawning it off and it's probably not very good condition. But they're just not. They're actually in real good condition. But you have to watch it like all things, especially CD-based games. And I've noticed that the prices have gone, like garage selling has been the one thing where I can usually find it pretty cheap in most cases. For example, I'll give you an example of how things changed. When my wife got my PlayStation clock, she had looked it up on eBay before she went there to see what the price was, because she thought the guy might look it up, and sure enough he did, and it wasn't one, so she negotiated a decent price. That with eBay and that today, a lot, whether it be pawn shops or garage sales or wherever you retro stores, whatever it seems to be in the news or popular or whatever, they seem to raise the price up. And you have to, like, in where I live at, there's 2 pawn shops with the same name on each side of town, same owner but 2 different people running it, 2 different management. And the one I go to near to me has lower prices than the other one. The other one's about $2 more expensive. But the other one also has some games, like the one near me, they don't get many like box Genesis games or stuff like that. They usually get all the older stuff, but they don't get a lot of box stuff, whereas the other one has more box stuff in a case, like Atari 2600 games and stuff. And I know when I go to these retro stores, people think because, you know, the Popular's character that they can, you know, charge you a lot of money for systems and games. It's like, so what do you think? How has your experience changed? Because, I mean, it used to be, I mean, that's with everything today. It's not just video games, to be honest with you. Video games have come because now, you know, I don't know, it was YouTube or what have you, but everybody now is collecting video games, and it's become, people realize that, and so now, you know, they gotta, you know, raise the price on it because it's popular or something. I mean, it seems if the game's rare, everybody seems to know how much it is, and they want to charge you a lot of money for it. So just give me your thoughts on how collecting or buying games for you, the older games, has changed. Read the comments next video. In case you're wondering, the next YouTube game community will be on Tuesday. And I have a lot of people, I know a lot of people send me messages about shouting out their smaller channels, and I've got a big list of those saved, bookmarked all those YouTube channels, and I will shout all those channels on the next video. If you have a small channel and you want to shout me out, send me a message or leave a comment to the video or on the channel page. And a lot of people who I didn't shout out, some videos I didn't get to. I know Green Monkey King sent me a video, and was it Retro Games Played, and other people. I will get to those also, because I had a choice of either watching those videos or not getting the video, or getting the video out. So I got the video out. So, and if there's any channel you think needs to be shut out, send me a message, and the reason why. Those are the reason why. So let's get to videos to check out. And the first one, a series done by Spundy, S-P-U-N-D-Y, in case I mispronounced it wrong, 08, is a YouTube Gaming Community Award show. I'll show you the number 3 he's done. And I left a comment to the third one. He said that the reason why he decided to do the show was he wanted to concentrate on one channel and be able to talk about it, which I think is really cool. And so check that video out. The next video is by Sandamtod, another crazy seller. He shows you another eBay seller just charging you a ridiculous amount of money for a game, and how this guy did to this game. Pretty sure what this guy did to this game to claim it's rare. It'll make you laugh or shake your head. And Narox did 2 shout-out videos this week, UK shout-outs, and somebody come and play pet shout-outs for people in the game community who have pets. Next up is Axel Vengeance 90XX. Congratulations to him. He put his 100 sub thank you and shout out video. And also MeetingFlipper did 100 subs thank you everyone XD video. So congratulations to those guys for hitting 100 subs. Next up is NightRam56 Mega Man plushies. If you love Mega Man, he's got really cool plushies to check out. Next up is DinkyDana Sega channel review, where he goes really in-depth review of the Sega channel. If you've never seen it, he turns it on and shows you obviously the menu. He had footage, which was really cool. He has footage of the Sega channel when he originally, played it and when it was active. So if you've never seen it, check that out. And then the MegaMancave Mega interviews. This time around he interviews DinkyDana. So if you want to see that, check that out. And the Welfare Gamer episode number 1. Now, you may have seen this originally as the Gaming Rapist, but he shut that down and changed it to this, which is a much better name in my opinion. This is RetroGamer 3. You may have seen his, farewell final video for RetroGamer 3, and he started this series. Ironically, the music in this video is done by, intro music is done by Jason Heine, or the EMU Review, which he's been a busy man because for $1 on Xbox Live, he did the soundtrack for the game Conquest. If you've not played that, which I actually bought it because it's only $1. So, just to check that out. It's a comedy where he's a welfare gamer walking around, and he's digging through people's garbage can to he finds Double Dragon 2, and so. It's comedy, it's kind of funny. He calls HappyConsoleGamer, and ConsoleGamer like, who are you? So just to check, if you want to have some laughs, check out some fun, check that video out. Next up is fakeplasticball. Do power converters work with the Sega CDX? So if you want to check out if it works, check out his video. And then GalibixGaming, I know I'm probably spelling that, Galibix Gaming. My introduction to my new YouTube channel. This is GameBlix's. He split his channel up to 3 to do 3 different kinds of videos, different videos on each channel. So just to check that out. And then RedSouthCity, bugged out Donkey Kong Country Monkey Business. If you want to see a way to do something in the game due to a bug, check that out. And then RetroRoadShow 1000 ? Sub special. His usual comedy, where he starts the video off, at 1,300 subs, and then by the end he's at 1,500. And he shows you, because he shouts a YouTuber out in the video also, but he also shows you behind the scenes, a little behind the scenes of his videos and stuff and what he does. So if you're really interested, check that out. His usual entertaining way. Next up is Captain 8-Bit, The Game Chasers Episode 3. Remember the Alamo Part 1. Just like the other videos, you checked them out. The same high production, comedy, cool, going to these stores, finding, picking up these retro games and their experiences, so check that out. Basically almost like a TV show on YouTube for gamers in a way. Next up is HappyConsoleGamer, Johnny's World Part 1. Johnny Malim decided he would want to show you, get outside of just his regular games and the place he shows you. So in this video, he shows you more of his place. He shows you the other stuff he collects, that has like Star Wars figures. He loves Dungeons and Dragons. He shows you, and a bunch of other different stuff. So check that out. And next up is, because a long time ago I shouted her out and she told me not to include the L. So Marissa, M-A-R-I-S-S-A, did a video. Thank you to my subscribers, because gratitude to her, she just got a YouTube partnership, and to celebrate that, she's doing a subscriber giveaway. Win a $20 gift card to GameStop. Basically, you just got to be a subscriber and enter me in the comments of the video, and you're entered into her contest for the gift card. So next up is RetroGamerVX clone review Game King handheld. It's kind of like a Game Boy clone. If you want to check it out. Next up is Metal Jesus Rocks Seattle Retro Gaming Expo recap. This is the first year I guess Seattle ever had a Retro Gaming Expo, and he shows you the whole expo. He shows you the games they got for sale. He shows you the tournament room, the free game room, and the coolest thing of the game room, they have literally every Nintendo game ever released in North America you could play there. It was really cool. So you should check that video out. And then Proto-Ato, P-R-O-T-A-T-O, Proto-Ato's Corner, How to Find a Game Arcade Stick, episode 1 intro. This is the start of a new series of his, where basically he's going to be helping people and talking about whatever, so you should check that out. And then the Goon 02 Pac-Mania joke book from 1982. If you just want to see a cool little item that you may have not seen, check that out. I actually had one of those, and of course I lost it, like a lot of things I used to have from 1982, except for I decided to whip out the old Star Wars figures that I had from the 3 movies back when they originally came out, and set them up. And yes, that's all the original Star Wars figures I actually have. Next up is Wang the Zombies community tag. What is your most frustrating moment in gaming? And the tag is exactly what the title is. So check out the video and leave him a video response. And next up is Worth Your Universe HD. Community has won. Team Fox has raised. For the Michael J. Fox Foundation, many of you might know, he did the YouTube gaming community shirt and had a bunch of different YouTubers on it who wanted to participate. And there is a link to the video because you can still buy the shirt, and part of it still goes to donate to the Michael J. Fox Foundation. And he shows you how much to this date the foundation has gotten for the shirts they've sold. So just to check that out. And then Treasure Chest reviews my original 1980 Pac-Man arcade machine. It's really cool. He got in a 1980 Pac-Man arcade machine in really great condition. He'll show you moving into the house. And just brings back memories of me, the way that that whole arcade machine looked, and when that was like the first arcade machine I actually ever played in arcade was Pac-Man. When it first came out, long time ago. So the Demo Monster, Tools of the Trade, circuit diagrams. If you want to learn, especially if you want to like mod and stuff, arcade machines or systems, how to read the basics on how to read a circuit diagram, check out his video. Next up is Dear Posty, D-E-R-P-O-S-T-I. I know I'm going to mispronounce this. M-E-I-N-E, Super Mario Brothers, S-P-I-E-L-E. Oh, man, I've had misspelling problems all over the place. The really cool video, he shows you his entire in case Mario collection, all his Mario games, Japanese, American, wherever he got them from. And it's really cool having the Super Mario Bros. Theme played on like a flute while watching the video. Really cool video. And then Nathan Allen 1, showing off Halo CE Snow Groove. This is a custom-made map, obviously on the computer. You want to show the map and tell and say more people should support these custom maps. If you're interested in wanting to look at that map or maybe download and play it, check out that video. And then Jill Poo 3 Unreal Finds, where he finds a really cool, completely boxed and really almost perfect condition Spider House for the TurboGrafx 16. Which shows one of the games I had a friend growing up who got a TurboGrafx 16, and the games I remember on that system was playing was Bonk, Splatterhouse, because he had Splatterhouse. Loved that game back then. Really cool game. And then next up is Play Alive's 900 subscriber special room tour. If you want to check out his room tour with Rebecca, which is Blow Up Doll, which I did not shout out his contest. You have to go to his channel if you want to see what his contest is. Because I just saw it today as I was getting ready to type this video down. And then Chipster's Sega Mega Drive review, aka Sega Genesis. If you want to see a real in-depth review from that system, check it out. And then Nemesis 3561 Gaming Community Shoutouts. He does a really cool way of doing shoutouts with gameplay, and so it's really cool. So check that out. And then Atari Leaf Open Tag, what defines your video game collection? Now he's not talking about system. He was describing, like, for him it's arcade games that all the systems he bought to play arcade games. It could be a character like you described. It could be a genre, RPGs, whatever. What defines your video game collection? I'll definitely be making a video response to this really cool tag. And I still got to get around to playing the Hannah Montana plug and play, because he was so I should do a gameplay of that, which I'm going to get to that. Next up, this video was suggested by WeebCubeFan64, and it's Fried Fisher's Dragon Force Through the Flames, Fire and Flames on the Mario Paint Composer. So if you want to, check that out. And then this one was suggested by LMA187, Video Game Tech 1, Another Moment in Gaming History We Will Never Forget, Ring King NES episode number 2. Funny things we forget were in video games that just weren't right until you go back and watch it again. Check this out. It is really funny what kind of happens in between the matches. You gotta check it out. And then that guy who games won, he did 2 cool videos, Contra Tribute and the Legend of Zelda Tribute, where it shows pictures of all the covers and gameplay and stuff like that. Really cool video. Check both those videos out. And 123 Kidman 2 Renegade Fox Contest Entry / Gaming Community Shoutout. Really awesome shoutout video. Really high quality. Shouts out some really cool people, so check that out. And then the last video to check out is by Ed's Game Room, Games Then and Games Now tag. What he wants you to do in this game is list games that you love playing, and then the other half of your list is list games that you're looking forward to. So you should check that tag out. And like I said before, next game community will be on Tuesday. I'm going to be shouting out a lot of small channels in the checkout channel list, and there are other videos I need to catch up on. So guys, till next video.